Bonjour. Bonjour and welcome to the podcast Fiction After Lunch. I am Mindy.
And I am Sam.
And this is the podcast where we read fan fictions or original works that we wrote together. No, not together.
Already messed up.
Already messed up, yeah. This is how it should go. Like, I was actually writing down the introduction and I was just reading it. And there's no together written there, but I was just like, oh yeah, we wrote it together. But no!
We read it together.
We read it together and yeah. What? I cannot read my own writing anymore.
I can't read it either.
Thank you.
But
so, original works that we wrote when we were young?
when we were younger, oder?
Yeah, it should be when we were young, but I wrote down when we were wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, all the time after lunch I feel a little bit confused. And therefore it's really good that we are doing this podcast after lunch, so we have a lot of mistakes. But what I wanted to say, so this is a podcast where we both just read fan fiction or original works that we wrote when we were young, or I don't know, some original works that we are currently working on. And yeah, in this season we are reading a fan fiction written by me when I was 13 years old.
Mindy, what is this fan fiction about?
Invader Zim. Yeah, so for the people, and sorry for clearing my throat. I'm normally having the problem after lunch that, I don't know, my throat is just like filled with stuff and I need to get it out. And Sam is just running around the room now, so this is very interesting. And you're getting a normal chair now.
Yeah, the other chair is making noises, and I want to stress that the noises that were made by the chair.
Ah, okay. So she's not lying on the bed and, I don't know, making weird noises or something. Oh no!
This was very specific.
No! I just want to say my bed is making weird noises when I'm just lying on it.
Okay.
And just like when I move one arm or something, my bed is just like, making really loud noise. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I really need a new bed. Otherwise, I don't know, it will break down. It already broke down once, so I think this is the reason why it makes noises. But yeah, we should talk about fan fiction, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, because this is a podcast after lunch, we will also talk a little bit about our lunch. This is not everything, but maybe we can talk about some specific things that happened during lunch making.
For the listeners, Mindy is looking at me judgingly.
Judgingly, yeah, because I'm again in your apartment, and actually I was thinking about it yesterday when we recorded the last episode. You know, in her kitchen, there's not a real knife.
I do have a knife, but the knife doesn't cut things.
It's really bad.
But I also have a butter knife, and the butter knife is better at cutting things than the actual cutting knife.
Yeah.
And I'm being judged.
Yeah. I'm just looking at you like, yesterday I was already thinking about like taking a knife from my apartment and just bringing it to Sam's house.
Yeah.
And just like, I feel sorry for you for not having a good knife.
Yeah.
So what did we cook today?
We cooked ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Yeah. So this was like a very spontaneous idea. We just had some vegetables and thought like, oh, what could we do? Oh, ratatouille.
Yeah.
And
we had potatoes, we had tomato cans. Yeah, tomato cans.
Tomato can.
Yeah. It's not a fresh tomato, but a canned tomato.
Yeah. And paprika.
And eggplant.
Yeah. So very healthy today. And
now we're drinking cola and eating gummy bears.
Gummy bears? Is it the original English word?
Yes.
Gummy bears?
I think so. Like, those are sweets and they are very sweet. I don't know how else to explain. They have many different colors and some are supposed to taste like banana and orange and ananas. Pineapple.
Ananas.
Yeah.
You should remember this word. When I was in Japan, I taught one Japanese guy to not say pineapple anymore because I kind of, sorry for the English speakers, but I really don't like pineapple, the word.
It's not a good word.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite one. And then we just teach him to say ananas all the time, which is the German word for
To be
pineapple.
fair, ananas is the correct word in almost every other language but English, as far as I know.
Why do you say pineapple?
Yeah, explain.
Explain!
Okay.
Okay, so we talked about our lunch. Oh, and in the first episodes we also talked about this getting ourselves some Coca-Cola.
Yes,
And we finally did so, but...
I only have one clean glass, and this one's for the guest, so I'm currently drinking out of an empty marmalade jar.
Yeah.
And I'm being judged again.
Yeah. I don't have any words for, like... like, you have a really big table for 4 people sitting here.
Yeah, I have enough place for some people, but I have a really small kitchen and I don't cook very often. As you can imagine, I don't even have an oven. I only have like 2 heat thingies.
Heating plates, I think.
Stove?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. 2 heating thingies and a fridge. I don't have much more than that.
Yeah, but normally, like, you go over the weekend to your parents' house, so...
Yeah.
You don't have to cook.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go over to the fanfiction today, to the chapter that we are reading today.
Yeah. Do you remember the last episode we recorded? We recorded it yesterday, so you have no excuse for not remembering anything.
I remember... What do I remember? I think there was a fight. Let me think.
Yeah. Mindy was saved by Lucy. And then Lucy and Zim fought.
I remember.
Yeah, Lucy had a robot, and the robot got activated and came to the house to attack Zim, but Zim almost killed the robot, whose name I forgot.
Lou.
Lou, yes.
With the 2L, which was really confusing.
It's a good writing. And spelling it is, I think. And Lou almost died, and then Lucy wanted to revenge, but Mindy saved Zim. And then Zim hit his head, and then he was normal again.
Yeah, I think so. And therefore we didn't have any prediction for the next chapter, because this was the end of the last chapter. Like,
yes,
it's really open, and we were just thinking about what did we think about. I think my prediction would have been only love triangle between between Lucy, Zim, and Mindy.
Yes, and my prediction should have been that I want Lisa to come back. I like Lisa.
Lisa, best character of the full story.
True.
Because she likes waffles and is really relaxed and really cool.
That's very relatable.
Yeah, and I also remember in the last chapter that there was like the fight scene beginning I really liked. Because Lucy was just like, oh, Zim is just standing there saying nothing. I need to fight him.
Yeah.
So this is normally how you approach people. Like when they don't talk to you, just punch them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying yes. I'm just agreeing with you.
I would have expected you to say like, no, this is not how you should deal with other people. But I think this is the way Sam deals with people.
I'm not good at social interaction. I've stated this to people many times, and
But you're currently social interacting with another human being like me.
You are very good at social interaction, which makes up for my not good. It makes up for me not being good at social interaction.
Really? Actually, I think the same, that I'm not good in social interacting. So maybe it makes like we both are really bad in it.
Yeah.
So it gets like a plus sign, like in math. Oh, sorry. I'm already sorry.
Trigger warning for math.
Trigger warning for Sam, who was traumatized by math.
Me and many other people.
Yeah, so maybe I should stop it, otherwise we will lose all of our listeners.
Yeah.
Because they'll just like, oh no, not math.
Not again.
Not again.
They already talked for half an hour about it last.
Yeah, I think the last episode was only about math, actually. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Let's start with the chapter.
With the chapter. So the name of the chapter is?
Chapter 3, Gear is a human.
Who was Gear again?
Gear is the robot owned by Zim.
Exactly.
What does Gear look like?
Yeah, like a robot.
Yeah, he's kind of small and...
Yeah, he was small and...
For the listeners, we are showing on the table how small it is, both of us.
We are just like, not describing how small, but it was just like really small. How can you describe it? It's like metallic, green, blue eyes, lightning and... He looks like a robot. Just imagine your favorite robot or something.
Good idea.
Okay, but this robot maybe becomes a human, which is this chapter implying. So let's get into it. Mindy and Lucy stood in front of the confused room. What?
Oh no, already Google Translation.
Yay! I think I will not go over to the original work anymore and just accept that they stood in front of a confused room.
Come on, I mean, confused room is a personification of the room which tells the reader that everyone in the room is confused.
Oh, okay.
What I also can imagine is that maybe it's not confused, but durcheinander. In the
like
sense
a destroyed room, which is like not tidied up or something.
Yes, exactly. Not tidied up.
Not tidied up.
The word for not tidied up is this.
Yeah, so now we know that the English word for not tidied up room is confused room. So
Yeah.
I will use this in everyday language when I speak English now. Sam, your room is very confused, you know?
Yes, it is. But I did tidy it up before you came over.
No, this
I'm
was...
still confused.
Yeah, this was just like...
Especially the
because
kitchen.
I was putting all of my stuff everywhere, so this is confused room because of me.
Yeah.
So Zim is saying something.
Is something?
Mindy and Lucy just stood still. Until Mindy suddenly screamed, "You're back to normal! You need a hug!" Zim rolled his eyes. He knew that Mindy was just saying that about the hug. Suddenly he had a flash of inspiration. Oh, I really like this choice of word. Suddenly he had a flash of inspiration. So Mindy had said that he was normal again. Zim?
Was I somehow abnormal?
Lucy said casually.
No, just that you were brutal and all.
Yeah, he was just brutal and also, normal Tuesday.
I mean, it's actually normal for him, isn't it, to be brutal and stuff?
No, actually not.
It's not?
No, I just told you the episode about where he stole the children's organs.
Yes, you told me about this, so I just assumed that it is kind of brutal.
No, he's actually Zim is actually very confused. Confusing.
Is he not tidied up?
No, he's not tidied up at all. And he's normally not very brutal because his plans to do something always messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's not brutal at all, but in this story it seems he is.
Yes. So Mindy wants a hug, but they are not hugging.
Yeah, which is really sad. I wanted
Yes.
them to hug, actually.
Yeah.
Aww. Zim quickly went to his front door and said quickly before closing the door,
I'll go then. I still have many new plans for the destruction of the Earthlings. See you soon.
Okay, end of chapter.
I mean,
No,
okay,
no.
listen, there he says it. He wants the destruction of the Earthlings, which implies that he is normally brutal.
Yeah, but in the cartoon series itself, it's not so brutally made, you could say.
Okay.
Apart from the episode where he stole children's organs.
So that's just Mini Mindy talking.
What do you mean? No.
Would he normally say that he has plans for
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is his-
So
this
that's
is his standards.
in character.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
totally in character. Bye-bye, I want to destroy the Earthlings. But normally he also says this to the Earthlings, by the way, so... But they're just too stupid to see through his disguise.
Yeah. Mindy is looking at everything through the pink glasses. Pink glasses of love.
Mindy is totally in love with him. So she's just like, oh yeah, he's brutal. And he wants to destroy the Earthlings and the Earth. But I don't care, I love him. So Zim leaned against the door inside.
I think we have a problem, Gear. Gear? Where are you?
Oh no, where's Gear? Zim looked around. Ordinarily, Gear would be sitting on the couch around this time and watch TV. Zim guessed where Gear could be. Zim went into the kitchen and stood on the laboratory toilet.
Now you need to explain some things.
Okay, what do I need to explain? I think everything is clear.
Well, first of all, I think we should mention it shouldn't be ordinarily, but usually.
Usually is better.
You would be sitting there.
Ordinarily.
Google Translator. I think that makes things more
I like
fun.
This word, actually. Ordinarily.
Now, explain to us why there's a toilet in the kitchen.
There are reasons.
That's just a thing we do in Europe.
I don't know, maybe in America everyone has like a toilet. Like when I was watching Invader Zim when I was a child, I was just like, oh, America do have a toilet in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. I was assuming it was normal until I realized when I got older that it's not the case. So yeah, I was very influenced by Invader Zim and thinking it was real. And yeah, this laboratory toilet is because Zim is an alien. He doesn't need to go to a real toilet, but he wants to look very normal. Mm-hmm. In order to look normal, he sometimes messes up things. Because he doesn't know that the toilet should have an own room or something. He's just like, okay, I need a toilet, but where should I put it? In the kitchen, okay. And this toilet is not a real toilet, but this toilet is like a door, something, like an elevator.
It's the entry to the laboratory.
Yeah, it's like an elevator and you just stand on the toilet mm-hmm. and it just goes down.
Okay,
and then you go into the laboratory. So yeah, don't you want to have this kind of toilet?
I would like to have a laboratory where I can be evil and destroy the humans.
Yeah, actually when I was a child I was also like, I need a secret entrance to my laboratory or something.
I think all kids were like that.
like this typical imagination of having an own, what is it called? Wood house?
Tree house.
Tree house.
We also say tree house in German.
Baumhaus. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah. I also wanted to have one of those, and actually in my... when I was living with my mom, we had one room where we had this kind of, going through closet, where you have all of your clothes hanging in one room, you can say, and where you could go through. And I was really, really small, and I was always like hiding there, just like, this is my secret
layer.
Room or layer. Mm-hmm. I was doing plans for the destruction of the Earthlings in this area. Now maybe I was writing this fanfiction there.
I can imagine.
Oh no! Okay. Zim is saying something. Zim?
Hopefully, he's not in the lab using my new machine to destroy the Earthlings.
Yay! This kind of remembers me of the moment when Lisa was saying, hopefully he's not in the laboratory of my dad where there are chemicals that will kill you instantly.
Yes, that's... yeah. I don't even know what to reply to this. It's a good sentence, I think.
It's a normal sentence. I would assume this is completely normal for Zim.
Yeah, I like that he's talking to himself and telling us his thoughts and yeah.
Yeah, actually this is completely normal for Zim. He is talking a lot to himself in the cartoon series. Yeah. This is kind of his characteristic.
Yeah, it makes sense for a children's cartoon, which is not for children. Anyway.
Earthlings, yes! In the meantime, with Lucy and Mandy in front of the door. Mandy and Lucy were still standing in front of Zim's door in silence. But Mandy was getting bored and said, well, Zim is normal again. Then I'll go home. Bye, Lucy! Mandy waved to Lucy happily and then went home. Lucy didn't say anything but thought,
funny girl.
Okay, she thinks Mandy is funny.
They're about to be best friends.
But what about Lisa?
Oh,
Mandy and Lisa are best friends. So Lucy and Mandy cannot be best friends. Like this is a normal rule, when you're a friend with another girl and you are like best friends, you cannot have any other best friends.
Okay, you can have other friends,
but not best friends.
Okay, true.
This is now the rule of this story. I think in real life you can have more than one best friend, like maybe 2 or 3.
By definition, best should be the top. Ultimate friend.
Okay, actually, I think my best friend is my boyfriend, actually.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know which is really sad. Or do you think we should become best friends?
Now I'm disappointed and I take applications for a new best friend.
No!
Write me an email.
But you said top level. But second level Definitely you.
Second best friend.
Oh no! How can I get out of this awkward situation? Just continue reading. I really like the beginning of the next sentence. It didn't matter. No, it's not. Okay.
Oh.
It's Lucy who's continuing saying something.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
Okay, this was something that I said, like, it didn't matter, you're still my best friend now.
Well, it didn't matter, thought Lucy. Actually, I wanted to talk to Sim about something, but he seems busy to be. Then I'll go home too. Lucy, no, that's yours.
Lucy, no, over. Lucy, stop, no.
Should we try this again?
If you want to. Maybe you can try to change your voice a little bit to more Lucy.
Yeah.
She feels more like the dark girl kind of, maybe lower voice. Lisa has a very happily and...
Maybe start with Mindy again.
Also.
Yeah.
Mindy waved to Lucy happily again and then went home. Lucy didn't say anything but thought,
funny girl. It didn't matter. Actually, I wanted to talk to Sim about something, but he seems busy to be. Then I'll go home now too.
Lucy went to her robot, which had already... this sentence is killing me. I don't know why. Lucy went to her robot, which had already completely repaired itself, and went with him home. Sim had arrived at the laboratory in that time. Sim?
Gear, come down here immediately. If you fall into the greenish liquid, then something happen.
Then you could do something happen. You know what is happening here.
So it probably should be, could something happen to you?
No, I think this is completely fine.
Okay.
This is how Sim speaks. You know, he cannot speak English. He's an alien. Maybe he's just used a translator or something. And
Google Translator.
Oh! You know, aliens also use Google Translator.
I think now it's more, how do you say, better in character.
You say he behaves more like he should behave in the cartoon series.
Yes, there's a fancy word for it, but I don't know it.
Yeah, he behaves in character. I would also say, Sim behaves like Sim.
Yeah, okay.
Gear stood on a 3-meter board, and under him was a pool full of greenish tones liquid. What the fuck is wrong with this sentence?
I think tone is just tone, which means you can leave it out and just say he stood 3 meters high on a board, like when you want to jump into a swimming pool and it's 3 meter high and you can jump a little on the board and then jump into the pool.
And then it's like not vibrating but swinging itself.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And instead of pool water and pee, there is a greenish liquid.
I don't know which of these two I would prefer.
Well, if you go to a swimming pool in public, then you have to.
Yeah, but what should I say to this? Like, would I prefer the greenish liquid made by an alien and Sim is saying like, oh no, don't go in there, maybe it will kill you instantly? Mm-hmm. And he's just standing there, oh yeah, hello, greenish liquid. Maybe it's a good greenish liquid, like you just put some, like what you use for food. There's coloring when you bake
food
something. Food coloring. Maybe Sim just colored his normal water weirdly. Or maybe this is... I can imagine this to be your water, actually.
Oh, yes. I have a... Additionally to having no knives or more than one clean glass, I also have a water problem in my flat.
Yeah, we don't use the water because we are scared of it, kind of.
Yes. I haven't showered in weeks. Which doesn't say a lot because I was at my parents' home and the water is okay. But
that's good to know.
Yes, and we have legionella in the water. I don't know the English words. It's some kind of bacteria.
Yeah, and you say it's not good for drinking and eating, I think?
Yes, it should be cooked before it's used in any way.
Therefore, we are drinking a lot of tea and getting ourselves cola and some other stuff. And try to survive in this apartment.
Yeah.
With a butter knife and marmalade jars and glass. Yay!
Yay!
So, Gear?
But I want to go swimming.
Sim?
Gear, this is not earth water. It is poisonous, acid. Now come down there. You get a taco too.
I want to have a taco also. Like if
You just ate like 2 kilograms of of ratatouille.
I ate two bowls of ratatouille, which is not 2 kilograms. I don't know how much would it be. I think 400 grams, so half a kilo. So maybe you're almost right.
Yeah, 1 kilo of ratatouille. Okay.
But regarding Gear, like he want to go swimming,
Yes.
and if I would be Gear, I would say, oh, tacos. Okay, I don't go swimming into this poisonous acid.
Yes, I would prefer taco as well.
Gear?
Yeah, taco.
Yeah, I love Gear. He's like having the same idea. Gear was about to jump down to Zim, but the board was too smooth and he slipped out and fell into the liquid. Zim?
Gear.
Wow, so much emotion.
I didn't want to scream because of the neighbors.
Okay, let's scream together if you want to.
No.
Aww. Okay, no screaming together. I'm very sad now.
That's why we are not best friends.
Because of your apartment, I think.
Yes.
This apartment is faulted everything. This apartment is at fault for ruining. Ruining our...
Oh, yeah.
I'm very bad at this word. Ruining? No. How do you say it?
Destroying our friendship.
Okay, I like destroying more. Destroying our friendship here.
Yeah.
What happens with Gear? Zim went quickly to a switch on the side of the pool and pressed it. All the liquid disappeared into the drain. What?
He could have just done it earlier.
Yeah, but where does the liquid disappear now?
Probably the sea.
So this was the plan to destroy the humans, just put all of the acid into the sea?
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah. So Gear just was responsible for killing all of the humans now. Because he wanted to get a taco and slipped.
Yes.
Yes, so...
End of story.
Bye-bye. This was a podcast. Bye-bye. Gear lay unconscious in the pool. Zim went into the pool and he took care of the rest of the liquid, not touched. Okay, so yeah, he didn't touch any liquid. Zim took Gear in his arms and then left from the pool. He put Gear on the hard and cold floor of his laboratory. I really like that she emphasized that it's hard and cold floor.
This really paints a picture of the laboratory, I think.
Yeah, so this is how a normal laboratory should look like. Mm-hmm. Zim looked at Gear, startled. Gear was no longer a robot, but a female human. Dum dum dum. Gear is a human. We have the title of the chapter.
I did not expect this.
This was very unexpected, also because we already read this maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, one explanation maybe we should include why I made Gear a female human.
I like this explanation.
Because I think I'm already told this, but in my anime drawings or something that I do, all of the characters are female because I cannot draw men. And because I was also doing some anime drawings for this fanfiction, I wanted Gear to be a female human, so I just thought of a possibility, an option to make him human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the explanation. Seems reasonable, right?
Seems very reasonable. All my friends that like to draw also tend to say that men are a lot harder to draw.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, female have a lot of more like proportions, you can say, and men feels more like a block. You just need to draw a block of men or something. Like, I only need to draw Minecraft people.
Art lessons with Mindy.
Yay!
New section.
You have like the beautiful female proportions of everything, and then you have like a Minecraft man next to her. Yay! This is how I draw. She has black shoes and a gray skirt. In addition, she has a crop top. What is a crop top?
This is, you should know, because you probably also wrote crop top in the original, because we have no other word for this. This means it is a short shirt, and you can see the stomach in the shirt.
Bauchfreies.
Yeah, stomach-free shirt.
Stomach-free shirt.
Yes.
Shirt. at church.
Exactly.
I cannot talk anymore. It's already over. Bye-bye.
You stopped the podcast already 3 times by now.
I'm so sorry. Should we continue?
Yes, continue. Give me the description of what she looks like.
Yes, I will give you the description. She has 2 on her shoulders swimming wings. These 2 share gear as a robot on his shoulders. I'm just reading what's written there, actually.
Yes. What is it in English then?
I think I was really saying like swimming wings because on his shoulder he has like this spherical object, a ball thingy. And I was just like, okay, how can you make gear human, a female human? And I was just like, okay, what you can do, you can just put like swimming wings there.
And this also fits well with the swimming pool theme we had earlier.
Yeah. I didn't thought about this. So gear becomes like a swimming person. Mm-hmm. Like what swimming person, for example? Like surfer, tucker.
A swimmer, isn't it?
Ah,
Yeah.
the most easiest I cannot do. I'm so disappointed at me.
You are learning a lot of new words, so I think
that's true.
this is the positive effect of this podcast.
Yeah.
Other than breaking up friendships and
I'm so sorry.
and talking bad about my flat.
I'm so, but you know, butter knife. You know, you're drinking from a marmalade jar.
It's a good jar.
It's a good jar. It's the best jars she has here.
Sadly, yes.
Oh, really? Okay. She wears a cap on her head. The cat is green and has a dog face on it. His face from the dog costume.
This would also be a good point to explain which dog. Explain which.
Sorry.
Yeah, which dog costume you are talking about.
Yeah, Gear's a robot, so when he goes out or something, I think humans would see that he's a robot, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore he has like this disguise of a dog.
Yeah.
And the costume of the dog is just like a green dog having weird eyes and 2 long black ears.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like a head which looks like similar to this costume.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need more explanation?
No, I don't.
Okay. 2 black stripes hang down on the sides. The ears of the dog costume. There we have it. On her ears she has 2 golden earrings. She has silver hair that goes down to her shoulder. Zim looked at Gear.
It can't be you. It can't be. You have become a woman, Gear.
Yay! Oh no! Everyone Zim knows is a woman! I see something happening more than a triangle relationship here. Oh no! Gear slowly opened her eyes. The eyes were blue. She got up slowly and rubbed one of her eyes. Finally, Gear asked,
What happened, sir?
Sir. I really like that he's saying Sir to Zim, who's his master.
Her
No.
master.
Yeah, her master. Oh no, are we getting into this area again?
Yes.
Zim twitched his eyes and fell down. He's just like immediately unconsciousness, like, oh no, another woman. It can't be. Gear went to Zim and looked at him in confusion. Suddenly the doorbell rang. Gear smiled happily and shouted in his normal Gear way again.
I'm going.
Gear stood in front of the door and opened it. He's just like, okay, Zim just died or something. And he's like, I don't care. I go to the door.
I mean, he's clearly unconscious, isn't he?
I don't know. There's nothing describing that Zim is not dead, like falling down on the cold and hard floor of the laboratory and just like broke his head or something.
So if you had to write this again...
He would be dead. No,
Yeah, no, I mean, you had to put more description of what Gear is seeing, maybe.
Yeah. But I think this is really
what it
nice
looks like.
for us because we can do a lot of interpretation. What is
Yeah.
really happening? Gear?
Hi!
Oh no, Mandy again! She's always coming back. Mandy stood in front of the door and looked at Gear, confused. Who are you? Gear?
It's me!
Gear couldn't finish her sentence. Zim had pushed her away and now he was standing across from Mandy. Wow, Zim was really fast in waking up from his unconsciousness state.
From getting unconscious.
He's just like unconscious, conscious, unconscious, conscious. In a second.
Yes, seems like it's happening more often, and Gear has no reason to worry about him.
Yeah. Maybe Zim has like a low blood pressure.
Maybe.
Because I sometimes have it because I have a low blood pressure. And when I wake up and just like wake up really fast and stand up from my bed, I'm just like, oh, I'm getting black points in front of my face. And then I just get unconscious for a moment. And then I get conscious again.
Okay, maybe this is a reason after all to be worried, at least a little bit.
Right? No, it has gotten much more better. Like, this was a moment when I was not doing any sports at some point and didn't eat anything healthy.
I don't do sports or eat healthy, and I don't have this problem.
Yeah, so maybe because of your biological system or something, you have maybe a normal or good blood pressure or something like this. Yeah, I'm almost like a zombie. Zim quickly finished Gear's sentence.
So her name is Gil. Oh, yes. She's also a helper for conquering the earth. And because we are so busy, I say see you soon.
Mindy, I just wanted to say that we have school tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I think she's really nice, just like coming back and like, oh Zim, don't forget, we have school tomorrow.
She already missed him.
Oh, I think she was gone like, how long did it take for Gear to become a woman? Like, half an hour?
Good question.
Like
How
maybe-
long? This depends on the draining speed of the
Of the pool.
poisonous acid.
Like Zim was just standing there, looking on his watch, and just like, oh yeah, half an hour later, maybe Gear already drowned.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of hair in the drain, like in my apartment. The water takes a while to flow away.
Because you normally have like hair in your poisonous acid.
I mean, look,
Okay.
I don't think it really was poisonous acid, because acid normally eats. Yeah, I know eat is not the right word, but it destroys.
I think the word is dissolve.
Yes, dissolves any kind of material thrown into it. So I suppose Zim was lying to.
Yeah.
Gear.
So that he comes down.
Yes, either that or he made a mistake and the poisonous acid pool was on the other side of the laboratory.
Okay. Oh no! Just what the hell did Zim now put into the sea of Earth? Like everyone is becoming a woman now.
All the fish are turning mermaids.
Mermaids.
Oh,
my God.
I know how I'm going to continue the story.
Okay, so in the next chapter we will have mermaids.
I need to write this down.
Oh no.
There will be mermaids in a later chapter.
Oh no, we tried to continue being sensible and trying to connect like the continuation of our story with something
Yes.
that really happened in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course, that's how you usually would write a story.
But I think I would write it just like, I don't know, I'm a bad writer, so I would just write anything down, just like not connected to anything that happened until now, just like, oh yeah, now they are like in German and having a cup of tea.
Then it is my part of the story to connect all the loose threads.
Oh, okay, I would like to see this. Because you're doing like writing as your hobby.
Yes.
So you have a lot of
Exercise.
Exercise. And you have a lot of experience in writing and reading a lot of fan fiction, so you're the professional here actually.
Yes, out of the two of us, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Mindy, I just wanted to say that we have school tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Oh, I read it already. Sorry. I just wanted to remember that we have school tomorrow. Bye-bye. Zim closed the door and turned to Gear. Just like, bye-bye, close.
Gear, you can't tell anyone you're Gear. Especially not Mindy.
Why not?
Because
What to say?
because Zim likes Mindy and he doesn't want her to think. I don't know where I was going with this. Maybe Mindy is some kind of threat to him because she knows him better than anyone else, and he fears her because she could unravel all his secrets, and
Oh, I really like it.
maybe one day she will decide that she doesn't want all the Earthlings dead and use her knowledge against him and yeah.
Oh no, like in the end Sim and Mandy will become like enemies. And they still love each other and they are like thinking of the higher order thing, you know. How can you say? Like destroying the Earth or not destroying the Earth.
Yeah.
Or something like this. I think you understand what we mean.
Yes, you.
Okay, so let's write me down. Mandy versus Sim.
The AO3 tag would be friends to enemies to lovers. Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, friends. I need to write this down.
Yeah.
Enemies I wrote down wrongly. This is correct.
How did you write this?
I'm so sorry.
What letter is this?
L.
Is it?
Yeah, my L is like this. It looks like an H.
Are you... Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that I should write it maybe this way or this way.
Yes.
Okay, for the listeners, you have no idea how it looks like, but
yeah, her L looks like an H.
Yeah, it looks like lovers, looks like hovers.
Yes.
Yay, let's become hovers. So this is how we rate our story. Friends, enemies, hovers.
Yes.
Enemies, lovers.
Next sentence. So he said, Gear, you can tell anyone you are Gear, especially not Mindy. I have namely a contract with her that I am not allowed to make any transformations. Your name is now, first, Gil. I think I have to take you to school tomorrow for better or worse. You must behave normally, Gil.
Oh no, Gear should behave normally.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Sam is drinking something out of her marmalade jar. Cola from her marmalade jar. So we just took a small break because recording was a little bit too long, and for editing or something we need to have a short recording time.
Yeah.
Otherwise it takes ages or cannot be
uploaded.
Edited. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason. So welcome back, and we will continue where we stopped. And we stopped where Zim is saying that Gear cannot say Mandy that
cannot tell Mandy that Gear is now a woman because he has a contract with her that forbids him to make any transformations.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I would have liked to know a story behind Sim and Mandy actually. Like how they met and how they came to this kind of contract and everything. Like a backstory I would really like to have.
Yes, we can have a backflash later.
Yeah.
In a later chapter.
This is something I really want to include.
Yeah, the origin story of the transformation contract. And...
Or maybe Zim did some transformation. She was like, no, this is bad, don't do this.
And it also supports my theory that he was lying to Gear earlier and he knew that this wasn't acid but transformation juice. Transformation juice?
Maybe the full pool was also a marmalade glass but a big one.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. No, actually I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah, so we will think of a backstory and... Regarding, he lied. He lied to Gear, and he has transformation liquid. So this is maybe already going against the contract with Mandy.
Yes, this would mean he not only lied to Gear, but also to Mandy, possibly.
Yeah, and he's also saying Gear now to lie to Mandy. Zim, what are you doing? I loved you. And now you're lying to everyone. And you're like breaking your promise and your contract, and I don't know, I'm really disappointed in Zim right now.
Oh no, so much drama. I did not expect this from a story from a 13-year-old.
Yeah, more drama, please. Gear raised her arms and screamed,
yeah! School!
Wow, this emotion. But sorry for your neighbors, maybe we already talk a lot and loud and...
Yeah.
Maybe your neighbor just turned off his TV and just like listening to us because we are now her or... his new radio or something?
Yeah. My neighbors now have VIP access to early episodes.
Become the uncut
the uncut version.
Yeah, the uncut version, because we will cut a lot, maybe. In the first episodes, we need to cut a lot, because we are beginners, and we do a lot of mistakes, and our English is bad.
Your English is bad.
Yeah, I know. I don't even argue against you, because your English is much more better than mine. But, yeah.
Much more better.
Much more better, you know.
But we're learning. Both of us are learning. Neither of us are perfect, but we're not native speakers. We both speak several languages, but none of them correct. Not even German.
Not even German. I think no one can speak German correctly. No, but let's come back to the story. Actually, the story is finished. Mm-hmm. No, not the story, but the next line is...
The author's note.
The author's note. Do you want to read the author's note, or should I do it?
Do it in the Mindy voice.
In the Mindy voice. Oh, okay. I think, actually, my Mindy voice was much more lower.
Because she probably tried to be very edgy and had
like
a low
edgy
voice.
And emo, and I think my voice now is much more higher. So let me think of Mindy voice. This chapter had given me trouble, but I made it. Arms up.
Victory for Mindy!
Victory for Mindy! So, there's another author's note. P.S. The next chapter can get a little bloody. Have fun while reading.
And this is our warning. It gets really bloody. Like really bloody.
Really bloody. So if you have
problems with blood,
don't follow the podcast anymore. But I don't talk about politics or any hard stuff, actually. This is a light-hearted podcast, I hope. This is what we want it to be. To give you a good feeling while you're cooking or cleaning up. What I normally do when I'm listening podcasts.
Yeah, falling asleep.
Falling asleep with our voice being like...
Well, why not?
No!
At least now you're awake again.
Yeah. Or like maybe people like to get screamed at when they fall asleep.
Yeah.
This feels like childhood. No.
Now it's getting dark again.
Now it's getting dark again, no. And so do you have any prediction for next time? Apart from getting very bloody.
I hope Lisa comes back, still. Also still hoping that Sim and Mindy get together.
Yeah.
They first have to be enemies and then...
Yeah, I think in the next chapter, maybe, I don't know, they will have a fight or something, and then she will be like becoming his enemy, and then immediately afterwards, I love you!
Maybe, but also I think next chapter is Yay School chapter, isn't it?
Yeah!
This isn't even a spoiler, because it literally said in the last sentence, Yay School.
Like, yay, school! And end of chapter, so I think we will go to school, yay!
Yay!
How do you think the school life will be?
Bloody.
Bloody, yay! Let's go to the bloody school of horror. So I think this is our prediction, so it will get bloody, they will go to school, maybe Lisa will come back, maybe Lucy will come back, and Mindy will come back to Zim and just in the morning, Zim, do you remember we have school today?
Maybe.
I can imagine her like being this edgy girl, like going to everyone like, we have school, come to school. And now we will say the last sentence of the episode.
3, 2, 1, don't jump into green liquids. Au revoir.
Hello, here's Editing Mindy. I just wanted to say a big thank you to you, the listener. Sam and I would be very happy to know your opinion of our podcast and to connect to the world a bit. So if you're interested, you can leave us a comment on our Twitter account, which is called Fiction and Lunch, or follow us at our Tumblr account, which is called Fiction After Lunch Podcast, like our pictures on our Instagram account, Fiction After Lunch, or just write us an email to fictionafterlunch@gmail.com. We would be very happy to hear from you. You can also completely ignore all of these and just enjoy another episode of Fiction After Lunch, or just do anything else that makes your day great. This was everything I wanted to mention, so again, a big thank you for listening until now, and until next time, or what Zim would say, let's conquer the world! Bye bye!